This is the Personal Branding Success in 10 Minutes podcast. I am your host, Kaitlin Zhang.
And I am your host, Dannielle Bardowell.
So I hear that you have some questions to ask me about profile pictures.
What's the psychology behind a profile picture?
Well, when we're talking about a profile picture, we're talking about, very simplistically, is the square image that's often used for things like LinkedIn or your little square photo for social media or on your CV, your email signature. So that's that one snapshot of who you are, just to give people an idea of who you are. Sometimes people want to have more elaborate types of photos. They want to have more half body shot, full body shot. But here we're just talking about a simple one square photo. And the thing with profile pictures is that the first impression is always going to last. There's a 7-11 rule, which means that if you're meeting someone face to face, in the first 7 seconds, they're going to make 11 different impressions of you. So things like your race, your age, your height, your style. So people are going to really fast. But online, the opportunity for you to do that is this one picture. And in like our remote working world, in the modern world, we often don't have the opportunity to meet someone in person. So they will look at your profile picture, and that's the human connection that you get, is that little piece of image. So it's quite important.
I completely agree with you in that. And then on top of that, first impressions are the most lasting impressions. So.
Yeah, they're hard to reverse if you don't get that quite right.
Exactly. So how can someone align their profile picture with their personal brand?
Excellent question. A couple of things. First of all, we're looking at colors. If you have a personal brand that's well designed, there should be certain colors that you'll be using to promote your brand. And there are colors that you definitely want to stay away from. So for example, as my current profile picture, because Oval Branding's colors are 2 different types of green, in my current profile picture, I'm wearing a green shirt with a collar. So it connects with my company brand. Secondly, we're looking at personality. For most people, the best profile photo you want is just something simple with a neutral background, likely white or maybe light gray. And then you just want to have a smiling photo of you looking at the camera. Simple. But if you want to have a little bit more personality, there are different like artistic shots you can get if you're working with a photographer, looking sideways or looking in a different expression, thinking expression, for example. Or I have clients who have used props. So one client who is a dentist had this like giant set of teeth that she had in her profile picture. So it's kind of humorous and funny, but also tells people what she does. If you're a photographer, maybe a lot of photographers have themselves holding a camera. So that's part of the image, is I'm holding a camera just to say I'm a photographer. So, but when in doubt, keep it simple, use neutral colors and smile.
Okay. I never thought that one tip would be to incorporate your own branding colors in your profile picture.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to have a clash of where you wearing a totally different color than what your brand is, because it's not going to look great on your website or on your other marketing assets later on.
Have you enjoyed building your personal brand with us? We would really appreciate it if you could leave us a review with your podcast provider.
That's right, Dannielle. Positive reviews help us build our brand so we can keep creating quality content for everyone.
By the way, what's your take on selfies as a profile picture?
Yeah, no problem. Selfies are not really suitable for this one image because you only have that one chance to get it right. My recommendation is to just, if you can't afford to hire a professional photographer, or for some reason aren't able to hire a professional photographer, get somebody who is a bit more familiar with a camera. Use anything that's a high quality image. So most of the modern phones are okay. And stand behind a neutral background, like a white background. Make sure the lighting is nicely set up so you don't have a harsh shadow behind you. and then take a picture and edit it. In my experience of taking profile photos, you'll get maybe one good one out of 20 pictures you take. So don't just get your friend to help you and take like 5 pictures and you think, okay, we're done. No, you have to take at least 20 to get possibly one good one. So if you want, definitely sure you want to take about 40 pictures. So it does take a little bit of time, but it's important. So so you can do that.
Okay, got it. So why does it matter if your profile picture is consistent across the board, meaning across all your social media, website,
Absolutely.
That kind of stuff?
Yeah, so if you think of your picture as sort of an extension of your brand or part of your brand, so if you think about brand exposures for like logos, for example, if you're new to a product or new to a logo, you need to be exposed to it 7 different times in different settings to remember that logo. So if you want somebody to remember what you look like, they kind of need to see your face in 7 different scenarios and 7 different times. So they might see your profile picture on LinkedIn, and then they might see it on Twitter, and then they might see it on your website. So that's like 3 touch points. You kind of need 7 times for them to remember it. So that's why it's important to stay consistent, because if you use different pictures for all these professional channels, it's going to create confusion. And sometimes that's going to cause people to mistrust you as well. So to avoid that, you want to make sure that every kind of public-facing professional channels are all using the same professional photo, and update that photo once in a while as well too. So the main takeaways for today are: your profile picture gives a lasting first impression online, so it's really crucial to get that right. And you can align your personal profile photo with your personal brand by using similar color palette. And don't forget to smile. Takeaway number 3 is that you can keep your profile pictures consistent across the board and to avoid confusion and mistrust. So the actionable next step is to go take a great profile picture and use it on all your channels across the board. This episode is produced by Oval Branding, a London-based award-winning branding agency that serves corporate clients and personal clients around the world. Visit ovalbranding.com to contact us about your next marketing project. I am Kaitlin Zhang. Thank you for listening.